Yuri is a 57-year-old grandfather who has known hardship most of his life, especially after his wife died 3 years ago, leaving him to raise 4 young children. But things are looking up for this family. They will have a dry, warm home this winter, thanks to the new skills Yuri learned at an Orphan's Promise winterizing seminar. People from 5 gypsy communities in western Ukraine eagerly learned practical ways to fix their roofs, floors, and walls to keep the cold out and the heat in. One of the most useful tips was insulating a wood stove with a brick wall, creating more heat while using less wood. It's just as good as the newer expensive stoves. That's good because the winters here are cold, as much as 20 degrees below zero, and the people struggle just to make a simple living. When I visited this community a few months ago to see the progress of our Orphan's Promise education program, I saw many houses that were falling apart. When we asked what the people most needed, it was the knowledge to fix their homes before winter. It's amazing the transformation Grandfather Yuri has made in his 2-room home. Before now, the family lived in this one room with holes in the floorboards and plaster falling off the walls. They used an old barrel as a stove. The family got to their living space by walking through the front room, which wasn't finished. It had almost no ceiling, and the dirt floors would get wet and muddy when it rained. Following the winterizing seminar, Yuri and his son, along with a few workers from the church, began repairs to almost every inch of this home. Orphan's Promise provided a refurbished stove and building supplies. After working diligently during a couple of weeks, Grandfather Yuri has a home he was proud to show us. The walls have been repaired and painted. The roof has been finished and sealed with plywood, insulation, and a tarp, and an insulated floor has been installed which won't leak. He was especially proud to show us his stove with the insulating brick wall. But the most touching thing was when Yuri talked about providing a better home for his children. He said his biggest concern has always been that he would not be able to take care of them properly. His children attend the school sponsored by Orphan's Promise. Each day they receive a nutritious meal. This helps this family tremendously. While all this renovation was happening, Yuri probably didn't even realize the change that was taking place in his own heart. Soon he prayed to receive Jesus. I'm not sure why some people live in hardship simply because of where they're born, but it's a privilege to come alongside them, help them in practical ways, and see them come to salvation. As we're faithful to God's call, we are seeing the church grow in these gypsy communities.